Listen, if you're not going to roast yourself, who's going to do it for you? Am I right?
Am I right?
Am I right? That's spelled M-A-M-R-C-E with a little squiggly over it, like the wine Arby's. Aloha, mother fathers. Welcome in to another edition. Man, this is a podcast. Of the Side Hustle Wrestling Podcast.
We're starting.
Yeah, Kyle Cornell, Double A Anthony Alfred with you as always here on the program. If you're wondering why we weren't doing a full thing last week, it's because a ghost of a certain former wrestler decided to just saboteur our entire whole ship here. But
Yo, he did not put us over. But yeah, that was
no, he didn't. He put us under, as in like we just could not figure out what the fuck happened. But the power's back on, so that's great. And of course, that gives you a chance to see where you can find us all across social media, video, audio. That's coming up in a second too, all over the place.
I should add, we have added content to the Twitter page. It's at SciHustle216 on Twitter. So see some clips of
X.
You see some clips on Twitter.
Is it still twitter.com, but it still comes up as X, or is it now?
I think it's X. I don't know.
Is it x.com/ Twitter?
But it's VX, Twitter, whatever. But anyway, you can find us there too.
And the audio, like I mentioned, Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio app, and Odyssey, the big four. That's our Mount Rushmore. So there you go. But yeah, we got a lot to break down today, Double A. What's going on?
You know what? I'm not going to waste any time because this was, DUBBY Energy. Make sure you get that too.
Yeah, don't forget.
Yeah.
And that promo code's going to be on the screen throughout the entire show. SHWP10. Get your 10% off. One of the newest, hottest energy supplement supply brands you could possibly find.
And we promise that there won't be a hint of alcohol that's included in these energy drinks.
Unlike what Tony Khan drinks before all his fucking show meetings. No, you don't have to worry about that. We're all covered here. There's no loopiness going on for a mid-30s wannabe fucking Booker fan. You
don't get hyped when you see the Tony Khan pre-show video?
This is good shit, brother. All right, let me tell you.
You don't get hyped when Tony Khan posts like, hey, here's what's coming up at AEW. You don't get hyped?
No, I don't get hyped having you tell me everything that's about to happen on your show 5 minutes before it fucking happens on your show. No, I don't get excited.
Wednesday Night Dynamite on Wednesday nights?
Or when he tweets out justified applause for whoever, this is awesome chance, or this is great chance for whoever, well-deserved. Like, do you not talk to your talent in the back and just tell them, like, hey, that was great. Good stuff, man.
No, he does. No, that's the Twitter video.
Yeah, he hides you gorilla because he's afraid he's going to get killed by one of his talents if they go a little off the rails a little. Yeah, shocker.
All right, we're not going to waste any time because we lost time last week. So I'm going to slide over. I'm going to let you take the reins of the all-in main event rematch that took place Wednesday night on Wednesday Night Dynamite. That happened on Wednesday night on TBS on Wednesday Night Dynamite.
I'm not going to lie. You, wow.
I'm sorry. I took those from Tony Khan's pre-show.
I got a fucking headache from you just saying that.
On Wednesday Night Dynamite.
You went on your reacts, which, of course, we post exclusively to our YouTube channel, and you said this was a good match. I turned your reacts off because I didn't want to watch the rest of it. I don't know what the fuck you were watching. Their chops were terrible. They sold it like shit from the beginning. I don't know if these guys just can't get out of the fucking gate. There was interference in a match. I don't know if you see it down there. Everyone's banned from ringside. So what happened? 20 minutes into the match, that was at 8:45, the championship match that was the main event of your big pay-per-view 2 weeks ago. It was in the fucking C block of the television show. You fucking idiot. Like, this is what I'm talking about. It's not even the match itself, which I can go on a whole fucking tangent about why they shouldn't do this on fucking TV 2 weeks later with a stipulation everyone knew was bullshit. But the fact is you put it at 8:45. It wasn't even the main event of the fucking show. It wasn't even first. Like, hey, this is when we're going to have our most viewers for the first 15 minutes of the show. Look it up. That's when they have the most. 99% of the time because of the fucking the follow-up from Big Bang Theory, whatever the fuck's on TBS before.
Sheldon.
Sure. Another S for you. Along with shit, because that's what this was. I don't understand why Tony Khan can't get his head out of his own ass and put things in the proper spot. He has people that have worked in the industry back there. Who said, yeah, this starting at 8:45 is a good fucking idea? Who said that to him? Who? And if he decided that, he needs to stop writing fucking television. This was terrible. A terrible idea, and it was a terrible fucking match with bullshit around it. I said it in my reaction. The only part I popped for was Darby Allin jumping off of a fucking balcony because we know he's a crazy asshole and will do whatever.
Who, by the way, he missed Cesaro and the actual talent he needed to connect. But.
Shocker. Like, when you jump off a fucking balcony 30 feet in the air, you may miss somebody. Oh, yeah, that could fucking happen.
Hey, he nailed the security crew.
That's great.
That could hold back the Death Riders.
What the actual fuck are we doing? And I get like people will say, well, the end was still, it's about the future with Hangman and MJF. Yeah, MJF saved that last fucking segment because their main event was Ricochet and Mark Briscoe. What the fuck are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? I don't know, you've come around to Mark, and I don't mind him.
I have. I will admit.
He's not the main event.
Right.
He's not the main event. Not when you have the talent they have on this fucking show. I'm sorry. No.
So my interpretation was, I thought
you listened to it in Spanish. That's why you interpreted
I thought
it
they were going to do this in Spanish, and if they did,
he's cut a full promo in Spanish. He has done it, so you never know.
Spanish,
tranquilo or whatever.
My interpretation was like, oh my goodness, they're going to actually pull the example that I used last week with Cena and Shawn Michaels from years ago. If you're going to start this at 8:50, I'm not kidding. I thought I heard the announcer say
we're going to keep it as long as it possibly goes. Then it ended at 9:15.
Yeah, I'm like, they're going to do an hour-long match.
They can't.
Like,
they can't. If that's the one thing you get from this, understand these two wrestlers that are on this screen right now, mainly the one on the right, the one on the right cannot work. Jon Moxley cannot have a normal wrestling match. He needs to have stipulations where he can bleed, where it can be a death match, where he can incorporate different items of furniture that so happen to be around the arena, like fucking barbed wire.
No plastic allowed.
What are you, fucking wrestling in a prison? Why is there just barbed wire readily available all over the fucking place? Like,
well, didn't they try that with Raw Underground years ago? Oh no, that was in the basement. The Raw
there was no ropes. It was just a ring with no ropes.
That's right.
Like the ring crew
Shane
forgot to
McMahon
finish.
Special.
It's like the ring crew set up 75% of the arena, but forgot about the ropes and the turnbuckles. That's pretty much what it was. Like, this is it's fucking garbage. I said it before. I said it on the Reacts. Whatever he learned from WWE,
Moxley.
Yes, whatever he got from working with the two of the biggest stars in this entire industry for years and years. He don't remember shit because this was awful. This was awful, and he is a terrible professional wrestler right now. I don't know what he needs to do. If he went back to WWE, he'd have his initial pop, and then they'd be like, you need to do what you were doing before. There's a reason people are wondering, why did they book him like a lunatic, like an idiot? Like, because he's a fucking idiot. That's why they booked him like that. Because all the ideas he was bringing to Vince were this shit. Stupid. Like, what? Awful. And I think Hangman's got something.
Mm-hmm.
But I've said this a million times. The number one story in AEW they can always go to, and that should be a focus, is him and Swerve. Not subtle mentions here or there. That is your story. That is your bloodline. That is a 4 or 5 year story because they've told it, for the most part, fairly well. But now they've drifted off again from it. And notice, as the viewers slowly start to come down and the attendance starts to drop, we have to go to this fucking show next week. Thank you, Dave Rivera, for giving us tickets, man. I appreciate that.
Hey, buddy. Thank you, Dave.
I really do. He's like, hey, he hit me up on Facebook earlier today. I was like, cool, that's awesome. I texted you. You're like, oh, that's great. Take your son. He immediately tried to get out of it. This fucking guy who has positive things to say about going to AEW, being around it, he's like, nah, I'm fucking good. I'm like, well, I'm not taking my son to see this shit. Out of your mind? I don't know how many people...
By the way, that's a true story. That is a true story.
That happened earlier today.
That happened today.
That was, like, recent. Like, no, I don't know how many times they're going to fucking curse and they're going to bleed and they're going to do all this super extra violent shit that is not needed. Like, no, I'm not taking my son to that. I've never been to an AEW show, so for me, it was like, you know what? I'll bite the bullet. I'll go to this one. I appreciate Dave again. It's a free chance to go check it out. I'm sure we'll have opinions on it. But
I have to specify this. So Kyle sends me a text yesterday or today when we taped.
It's today.
At 9:46. So Dave has 2 tickets for us to see Dynamite Wednesday. He's given them to us. I immediately at 9:48, 2 minutes later.
No fucking hesitation.
That's fantastic. Does you want to take your son? Use the second ticket for your son if you like. Immediately he responds, no, I want to take him to one of those shows. And I said, well, shit, I guess we're going to AEW. And we'll do a reacts, and it might be his last reacts on the Wednesday Night Dynamite.
This is my challenge now for Tony, because this was the worst show, this past Dynamite from this past week, that I've watched in quite some time. Period. WWE, AEW, any show, whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, this is like literally my last chance this coming Wednesday when we go to this show in Cleveland. Like, it better be a good fucking show. I'm sure that people are going to be fine. I'm sure, like, most AEW fans I've encountered, they kind of feel the same way. We're loyal to it because they were new and we stuck with them. And, yeah, some of the shit's kind of bad.
We had that conversation a year ago with the AEW fan at West 6.
We had an honest conversation, and he said, like, yeah, I think the product's down, but I feel loyal to it. I went with them when they made the promotion. I was behind Cody and those guys, and I want to see it through, and I can respect the loyalty aspect of all this. But at the end of the day, like, it's not your ship to die on. It's the guy who keep getting fed fucking money from his dad to run a promotion because he's a fan. Like, he has no experience in wrestling. He was used for his money, and now he is running the show.
I think worse than the wrestling part, and I was a fan of the match obviously more than you, but in this whatever.
What part? Like, that's what I wondered. Like, what part was like, oh, that was good. Like, even like the finishing spots, all the stuff, even the run-ins were bad.
I didn't say I was a fan of the finish. I was just a fan of some of the in-ring stuff, but it's nothing that I would like hang my hat on and just say like, oh, you got to stand here and watch. I was just entertained.
He's not a good wrestler. Like,
I'm more
Paige
concerned,
is, but he's not.
I'm more concerned with Tony about his inability to put together a wrestling television show. That's actually, to me, worse than the roster and the wrestling itself.
It's really easy to put together a super card of all these dream matches and say you're a great booker.
Because I was going to say, his record of putting pay-per-views together, and they're not perfect, but most times you're entertained when you watch the pay-per-views. But in terms of putting television shows together, and the lack of a fallout with Swerve and Hangman, that really jumps out to me because that is a money feud. Running back Mox and Hangman.
Nobody wanted to see this. They thought they were done, and you immediately book a rematch.
And I'm so upset that you cut off my reacts because I actually followed up by saying, well, the Death Riders held hostage that not TNA AEW Championship for 10 months. You at least build up to the main event spot. I needed to hear from the wrestlers, from the commentators. I needed to hear like a sense of urgency of, holy smokes, what's going to happen if the Death Riders regain the championship? We won't see it again. Things are going to go back to the dog days of AEW. Like, we're in effing trouble. They didn't do any of that, and I think they miss out a ton on details. And it's glaringly obvious when you see Triple H hit on details. Tony Khan and their writing team, they don't hit on any details. They may put wrestlers out there. They may have ideas of stories, but it's not enough. There's not enough detail. And there are glaring plot holes. And it leads to an audience that can't grow from week to week.
I don't blame Tony Khan for not knowing what to do because he's never done it. I can expect more from Triple H because he wrestled for 30 years and he was in the main event and he was a champion and he was used. I can get upset at Tony Khan for not putting the right people around him to actually book the show for him.
See, but now I'm gonna one up you on the criticism of AEW because now he's 6 years in. Now I can blame
6
Tony.
years of doing what though? He
if you can't learn anything in 6 years, then what are you doing?
Who's teaching him how to do it right in the first place though?
Well, if he's not going out to actually learn, then
he doesn't give a shit about any of this. He doesn't care about ratings. He doesn't care about any of it.
Then it's his fault.
Yeah, because ratings don't matter, right? All those people that are watching on Max, right? All the tens of thousands that are watching on Max because you still have it on cable TV.
Dave
and
Meltzer told me it's 3,000 million people.
Yeah, I'm sure. In that order, he probably said it because he's also fucking stupid. But this is like he doesn't give a shit about it. He doesn't care that his ratings have dropped by over 50% over the past 2-3 years, whatever it was. He had a spike with CM Punk. And then he ran his ass off because he wouldn't fucking run his own company properly. You watch Punk now backstage at WWE, and like he's helping talent, and they're listening, and they're getting better. They're getting opportunities. They're having great moments out there. Like, why the fuck wasn't that happening? He had the perfect opportunity, the one star that WWE could never get their hands on, and he literally ran him to the point where he's like, I can't fucking be here anymore.
Let me give you some names real quick, and you tell me if they're still like, in your eyes, superstars,
sure.
Like mainstream.
Is this AEW or
WWE? AEW.
This will be good.
Let me give you some names. Kenny Omega.
No, he never was. He was never mainstream. He was in Japan, and he had legend around him from his run in Japan. But in the United States, Kenny Omega has never been over. Sorry, he's not.
The Young Bucks.
They've never been over. Period. The people in the back like them, and I'm sure they're wonderful, God-fearing men. I'm sure, 100%. As professional wrestlers, they are boring, they have no personality, and it's all forced. I'm going to be honest. They're not good. I can watch Power Rangers do flips for an hour. Doesn't mean that it doesn't mean anything. Why? Why should I give a shit?
That includes the Power Rangers actually like announcing that they're gonna
mm-hmm.
And then the monsters running away from the fight.
Difference
is too long.
Difference is the Power Rangers can have multiple takes after they fuck shit up. They can just do it again and it's fine. You can't do that on live TV, and the Young Bucks are finding that out the hard way.
The Mighty Morphing Young Bucks. Ooh, that doesn't sound like a successful Fox Kids show.
I'm gonna give Jim Cornette another idea for a nickname.
Shoot,
Jesus.
Darby.
Potential to. But again, he goes on 4 to 5 month vacations to climb a mountain. Who am I to get in the way of someone and their personal goals and dreams? And hey, do it while you can. But at the same point, not in my fucking company. That's Tony Khan thing. That's not even Darby. That's Tony Khan. He could have fucking died on the mountain.
Yeah.
Like that happens.
No, all kidding aside, yeah.
Like we can make jokes about it or whatever, but that's fucking serious. It's not like, oh, he went to bungee jump one day or whatever. Like, no, he climbed fucking Mount Everest. Awesome accomplishment. Super happy he got it done. Also super happy he's still fucking alive. This is also a dude that doesn't have great luck when it comes to that kind of shit because he got hit by a bus.
Yes, he did.
Like shortly before when he was supposed to do it originally.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the fuck? And also in the middle of this big story where he was supposed to be the guy and now he's not the guy, but he's still kind of around the guy situation. Like, what the fuck?
And I didn't understand the very show after All In. That was when you should have been hearing from Darby. You should have been legitimately hearing from Swerve.
He's not going to talk now. He's legitimately going to do this thing. He's going to pop out. He's going to hit some people, and then any other time you see him, he's going to be up in the fucking rafters for 2 years.
The other thing I'm concerned about, and this is going to be a kind of an NXT critique for a hot second, but it's in full relation to AEW. I thought Blake Monroe had a terrible night in terms of cutting a promo.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not getting the necessary training, we saw it with Jay Cargill. You almost got to strip down all the bad habits that you learned in the other company before you could be put on television. Yeah. But you're such a draw that you can't just hold them back, but you really see it. Man, it's not good.
They leaned. I think I mentioned that on the reacts for NXT too. The leaning into the fat shaming stuff for Jordan Grace was terrible. Like we saw Alexa Bliss try to do that with Nia, and it didn't work. And people were more turned off by it than hating her. Like I didn't hate Blake Monroe for saying that. I was like, why is she saying that? Jordan Grace hasn't looked like that in a long time. But even when she did, she was still just fucking hossing bitches all over the place. So like, I don't understand. Like, they could have a perfect opportunity to say she can't win the big one. That's the story. That's why I'm better than her because I've been to the mountaintop.
That's 100% the story.
That's
a much better story.
I've been the top champion in the other company.
Mm-hmm.
I've went all the way to the top. I beat the best to get there. You can't even win the NXT Women's Championship.
No. She probably won't win that.
So like that's your story, but they're playing into it's the superficial shit that doesn't really matter, and it's not a solid story. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, she doesn't.
In terms of delivery,
she doesn't. She does not pick what she says.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't blame her for the content, but I can blame creative for like come up with something better than that.
But I can blame everyone involved, because when you are not trained to deliver on script, it's just bullet points, and they don't really hone in on things like in AEW. So when you come into a more controlled environment like WWE, you get exposed a little bit.
Which, I mean, I could have been CM Punk and I still wouldn't have cared about that. Like, it's stop telling me that she's fat, that's why she can't win.
I
like,
know.
When she hasn't been that way in, like, a long time. Jordan Grace is ridiculous, like, how in shape she is.
Well, this feud, I think, is over.
You think? Just wait.
Hangman and Mox.
Everyone banned from ringside. For real this time. And then
For real this time.
Also, you mentioned the build to this. And it's like the last thought I had in my head about it.
To the rematch?
Yes.
Okay.
Why is this on a fucking random Wednesday in Chicago? And this is not a shot at Chicago. This is just in general. Like, this needs to be built up as a pay-per-view match.
Can't do that.
Why not?
Because they have Forbidden Door next.
Who gives a fuck about some Japan wrestler that no one fucking watches in your main audience?
Anthony Khan does.
Ugh. Ew. I think on his birth certificate it says Tony. I can't call him Anthony because your name's Anthony and I respect you, so I can't. Yeah.
Thank you.
Fucking joke. No, they if they're gonna tell that story for a rematch, why not have Paige be champion for a few months?
You know what?
Give Moxley a fucking vacation. Hey,
Yeah.
I can't miss you if you don't go away. Go the fuck away. Come back. Maybe learn how to wrestle again, and then we can actually talk about it. Because at one point, you were a draw, and you were a main level talent that people wanted and sought after. And you threw that all away real fucking quick. So thank you. You can go down and go into AEW's Hall of Fame because you're a 4-time champion. But WWE doesn't want that shit. Nobody else wants that shit. I take that back. The small shows, the deathmatch promotions, all that stuff that only focus on...
It's hard to watch, though, too. And you talked about it, like, not wanting... I partly did it as a joke, but also half serious, too, because I'm like, how many... You're not the first parent who I've heard say, I can't take my kid to this.
Well, it's not for them. Well, fuck, you're missing a huge chunk of audience that you could...
Some money driver.
Someone like Willow Nightingale, who can cater to the kid. Like, Paige can cater to the kids if he stops saying shit all the time.
Well, that's the whole roster needs to understand that this is a television show, and that if you curse during your promo, the viewers at home can't react to the promo.
Tony talks about competing this, competing that. He's not a competitor. His dad is the one that owns the Jaguars, that owns the soccer teams, that funds this. Tony's not a competitor. Tony's a child that gets money to play with and can live out his fantasy and his dreams. That's why he doesn't care if he's really competing against WWE or not. That's why he doesn't care. He gets offended because he's a child, so he gets offended when WWE tries to counter-program because that's what business does. They compete. If you can't handle it, put someone else in charge and be the fan that you are. Period. End of fucking story. Because that company has a lot of talent and they're not being booked properly. And you can't put together a fucking TV show.
You know what's amazing? 2 weeks ago, come off of AEW
I
pay-per-view.
knew this was gonna happen. you get like in the fucking, you see the stars and you're like, oh my god, maybe they're gonna figure it out finally.
The one time I went to Dynasty last year. Great last part of the show, unbelievable. Ospreay and Daniel Bryan Danielson knocked it out of the park, and Danielson ended up in the hospital. But it was all for the good of wrestling. And I came back here, I was like, it's a new day. Yes, it is. It's a new day. Yes, it is. Then I watched Dynamite.
I can't fucking believe it, dude. All the money, all the that they could buy, the talent, whatever, put someone in charge. Like I told you a while back, that meeting with Shane McMahon. Why? Why would you not?
Well, how many people would rather fail on their own than succeed with somebody else?
Who the fuck
and not get the credit?
Why can't you still get the credit? I made the decision. You know what? Our ratings have gone down every year for the past, every year we've been fucking relevant.
We're going to talk, by the way, Cody leaving AEW later in the show.
So maybe I need to reevaluate how I'm doing all this, not try and just do it myself. I've also never been in the wrestling business before, so wouldn't it be kind of smart to have somebody who's kind of like my point A person to handle all this stuff that's done it for a long time? Maybe his last name could be McMahon, and he doesn't have a bunch of lawsuits and bullshit to worry about.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, that McMahon's clean, I think. I will say again.
Well, I don't know about clean. I mean, I'm sure he showers, but he does sweat a lot too. So
He does. Ugh.
Those jerseys are there for a reason.
Ugh. Man, get out of. I do feel bad for Shane. He got injured at WrestleMania. What was it, 39?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I know you're talking about the wrestling. Again, the last thing I'll say about Tony, until he learns or is willing to learn how to put together a television show, it won't improve. Because he is doing week-to-week television. Yeah. If it was just monthly pay-per-views and, live events, it'll be one thing. But you're responsible for putting television shows together.
Yeah.
And it's not happening. All right, let's go to our my favorite promo of the week. Is brought to you by Mike from State Farm, our buddy, our good friend, our professional wrestler, who may or may not be competing on his own a week from tomorrow. We'll see. But not a lot of options this week for the promo of the week. I guess technically this wasn't a promo because Bron Breakker didn't have a microphone in his hands. But he recited probably Roman Reigns' most iconic promo of his career at the end of Monday Night Raw. Take a look. Courtesy of WWE and Netflix. I said on the Reacts, there's a certain way that a Steiner says fat ass that that is undefeated. All I said was all they need was to get Samoa Joe back to WWE.
No, don't. He can't work for him anymore. He can wrestle anywhere else and not get hurt, but he wrestles for WWE, immediately gets a concussion. So
oh man,
please don't. But dude, that was. I said it too on Monday. Like that's. Bron Breakker has broken into the role.
I like what you said. He has taken the ball and is sprinting away.
Yep. With
the ball.
Now, the big question with all this, which will be answered, I think, after this weekend, is Seth legitimately done for a long time? Because if he's not, he comes back and he does cash in and take the world title or whatever, there's going to be some dissension immediately because they've presented him as the guy.
Well, and that's what, to that point, that's why Bronson Reed, a lot of bronze. Bronson Reed, if that scenario plays out, is actually a key contributor to this story because he will be the one playing the true peacemaker, but he'll also I've always envisioned Bronson Reed as the next visionary of this group if Seth Rollins was in there. Like, Bron Breakker has he's obviously clearly the future, the in-ring, everything, the talker. I always envisioned Bronson Reed being the brains of the operation, but since Seth has been gone,
it's been Bron.
Bron has done all of it.
He's the one that says, I have a plan, I have this, all that stuff. So he's literally taken up that mantle. Again, this could all be a front for Seth, or he could be out until next April, May, June, whatever. And this is now, we had to accelerate our plans by half a year, whatever it was. But no, I mean, he's playing it perfectly, as Double A mentioned. I mean, this is exactly what you want from someone like him who we know he's the next guy. And it's getting very scarily close to guys like Roman, guys like
Roman
Cody.
already acknowledged it on television, like, hey, you're going to be running this place in a few years, but I got to teach you some things, son, that kind of thing.
It may not be that long. He may get a one-on-one match with Roman relatively soon here, and it could be lights out pretty quick.
So my challenge to Bron Breakker, I have no complaints about this promo. This promo is fantastic. It's a career maker. Fantastic. So my next challenge to Bron Breakker, now, at some point in the very near future, it's time for him to have an original breakthrough promo. The promos that he's been known for is this one that he did on Monday, and then the Steiner math that he did in front of the kickoff audience. I forgot what show last year, but he did this. Or no, WrestleMania.
Yeah.
He did the Steiner math, which
funny.
was great. 2 phenomenal promos. Now the next stage, when he gets this opportunity, and I don't know, I don't know who's going to win this match on Saturday. I don't know who's going to win, but the next phase here, now I need a breakout promo of original material from Bron Breakker. I think if he could deliver that, because his confidence is arriving. His confidence has grown week by week since Seth has been gone.
Yeah.
You're seeing it week by week. So now, can he deliver that game-changing original promo? If he does, it's over. It's over. This man, you know, we saw on Unreal. You watched all 5 episodes. I've watched the first 2 episodes. Triple H talked about putting the rocket on Jey Uso before.
Yeah, and they almost pulled it off of him too because he was starting to drop the ball a little bit. But I mean,
you're seeing not just a rocket here, but
yeah. No, he's figured it all out, and I can even tell with some of his promos in NXT, especially after he turned heel. That's where you really started to see him be a little more free on the mic, and yeah, I'm not concerned at all about him being able to do that, especially when you put him up against guys like Roman, guys like Punk, guys like even when Seth's around again, whenever that is.
You know what's great about this
Jay.
too? Yeah, you know what's great? For months, we were talking about, I don't know about the Seth Rollins group. I don't know. I like the names. I like the sum of the parts, but as a group, I don't know. Not once have I legitimately thought about the group. For me, top of mind, it's just Bron Breakker. Top of mind. It's just, what is Bron Breakker going to do next? What is Bron going to do next? And Bronson Reed's playing his part, too. He is the Robin to what's happening right now. Yeah. But what is Bron going to do next? I care more. I'm not going to say that if Seth Rollins comes back is a bad thing because you don't get better by eliminating star power. But I like the fact that, hey, we have not thought I haven't thought about, how's the group going to look? For me, it's been about how's Bron looking.
Well, I think the reason why we weren't concerned was because we know he can handle it.
Mm-hmm.
So there wasn't any if Seth is truly hurt and he's going to miss a bunch of time, Bron Breakker can pick up the pieces. They can add one more person if they need to kind of let him have a faction to lead in Seth's absence, whatever it was. I tend to believe because Seth hasn't really talked much about it and there hasn't been a medical update that he will be back Saturday.
Yeah, we haven't heard a thing.
And I'm going to assume that it's because of that, because they wanted to swerve everybody, all that stuff, and have him come back and win. They can say it was all part of the plan. Bron played it beautifully. He played leader for a few weeks, but now I'm home, I'm back, I'm good, and I'm your champion. Like I told you before, the story doesn't start with this group until Seth becomes champion. That's when they can really hit the ground running. And
let me ask you this.
I mean, I don't know.
Let me ask you this. I want your honest answer.
Sure.
If Seth came back,
I'm going to take your keys away from you.
If Seth came back, I'm going to mess around with the keys till the end of the show.
We're gonna put those away like you're in timeout.
You're
a baby. Like, you're just fucking playing with keys.
I'm not going to lie. For the reacts, I have a rubber band at home. And I just, now you're going to see it. I have a rubber band. And I use it for all 15 minutes of my videos.
Get you a stress ball or something.
The
match was crazy.
I'm not going to lie. I've said in the past I need a stress ball. I do. But that wasn't my question. My question was, is Seth Rollins going to prevent CM Punk from winning the title on Saturday?
No, I think CM Punk's going to win it and Seth's going to cash in on him. And that makes the most sense.
I like that.
So Punk gets his world championship, and then, ironically enough, the thing that Punk did to Drew McIntyre gets happened to him.
I'll prefer that over just a straight-up interference and then Gunther retains.
Because earlier in the night, Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed are going to win their match over Roman and Jey.
Ooh.
With Bron Breakker pinning Roman Reigns.
Question. I thought it was announced that Roman, Jey, and the Brons were going to main event night 1. I think they're main eventing night 1. But
I don't think they are.
I thought they were.
I thought it was like a double main event.
I don't. But
that'd be really surprising if they put Punk and Gunther in the main event. That'd be kind of not a good idea.
What you're saying? If they put Punk and Gunther in the main event,
they need to be the main event.
I don't think they're going to be.
That's not good.
But I think even if it's flipped, even if it's the tag team,
if it's not the
I think your scenario could still play out.
If it's not the main event, Seth isn't coming back. Then it's true. Because that's a main event level angle. You're cashing in the Money in the Bank. You don't want that to be the first match or the middle card. Like they won't go on like in the middle. That if Gunther and Punk aren't the main event, they'll be first.
Yeah,
obviously. But like that doesn't make any. No, I would honestly put them last because of the what if. I mean, because even if Seth isn't coming back, but let the suspense build a little bit. Is he going to cash in when it's over? I mean, is he going to try and prevent Punk from winning? Would they come out to carry out Punk's mission of making sure, or Seth's mission that Punk will never win a championship as long as he's around or whatever? I mean, that's
as long as they're both breathing, the other won't win a title.
I could see that being a situation where they do interfere in the match by orders of Seth Rollins.
By orders of Seth Rollins.
If it is first, whatever, so that way Punk can't win it. I think Punk should win it, but I mean, and Seth should cash in unless he's hurt. But
we'll talk more SummerSlam in a few minutes because I'm not excited enough about SummerSlam.
Yeah, you got some issues you got to work out.
No,
you're feeling some kinds of way. There's some big stuff about to happen this weekend.
We'll talk about it in just a second. Bron Breakker, promo of the week, brought to you by Mike from State Farm. Our guy, our Hall of Famer.
And speaking of Mike from State Farm, let's hear from ourselves.
What should fans who might be watching you here in Cleveland for the first time, hey, they look you up on the website, on the app, they call you, what should they expect?
Yeah, I mean, first off, between me and my team, you're going to get one of us. If you want to deal directly with the man, you're more than welcome to. I don't mind. I love working with customers because I look at it this way. I have a lot of good life experience financially. I've said 12 years of banking. I've got now 2.5 years of insurance. I have a lot of money and just kind of life and financial stuff knowledge. So, that's what I look to do is to truly help people, get from that point A to point B financially. It's not about just, saving money on auto insurance, sure. But if I can kind of turn that into a better discussion, really help people understand what actually insurance does, why it's important, because it's not a tangible. I joke when I leave that I lock the office door so no one steals all the insurance, but there's not just insurance laying around. So like there's just it's kind of a mystery kind of component in people's lives that they think is a scam and all the different things you hear. It's not. It can feel like it sometimes. I'm not even going to say that it doesn't, but if you understand how it works and understand and have a person who you can go to help with those kind of situations, that's what we're here to do. That's what my team's here to do. That's what I'm here to do, and that's what I take a lot of pride and have a lot of passion in, obviously, as you can probably tell. So,
well, I know you said the joke, hey, we lock the door so no one steals the insurance, but it's exactly right. You've heard about it.
I've heard some things about Mike from State Farm, and it was crazy.
Again, Pete doesn't give a shit and is giving us no countdowns throughout the
No, it's fine. It's fine.
We should get like a shot clock. I don't have the timer on that. No, don't give me your fucking excuses.
There's no excuse when you do it with Mike from State Farm.
I can't see the screen. Back in my day, we had a timer next to it. We had things called a clock, and they ticked away with the seconds and the...
Did you have to put a battery in your clock?
Pete is so old, he invented Roman numerals.
Damn.
You dusty, son. All right, what's up?
I don't even have a response for that. Damn. So that's how the Super Bowl got started.
Had that one in the chamber for 1.5 years.
If you need auto, homeowners insurance, renters insurance, business, I was talking with Mike the other day. It's like, how come you don't just read off what we have on the website and just say? So I will. Auto, homeowners.
Because we're creative, Mike.
What do you mean? Well, we're being creative this week by being uncreative. Auto, homeowners insurance, condos,
be creatively
renters.
uncreative? I'm going to read exactly from your website.
Personal articles. If you're a business owner, how about business insurance, life insurance, health, pet insurance, among others?
The pet insurance was interesting.
It is.
We had a conversation about that.
We did, because I had a legitimate question about that.
You wanted to know if your iguana was covered. He said, unfortunately not. But if you have a cat or dog, we got you.
Cats and dogs are covered, and you could be covered. By the way, when we were outside last week, when the power was out, you see people who can't handle four-way stops. I hear the police sirens right now.
Yeah,
by the way,
timing. Yeah, I think
timing is impeccable around
it
here.
should be, I think, like a thing where like you have to get retested like every half decade or decade for your driver's license because some people just forget shit. I don't understand. Like I remember that stuff, like from the 4-way stop. Just go in order, take your time, and make sure you have insurance because everyone else is an idiot. Mike's got you covered with that.
People were yelling at each other too. How dare you go? It's my turn. There was like Skip Bayless out there. It's my turn.
And there was a dude in a red hot rod that drove by with a yellow top, and he was like, "Oh yeah, brother!" I'm like, "Oh wow, okay."
Mike from State Farm. He may or may not be in action next week, a week from tomorrow. The claims adjuster and his team. Although I trust the team that's in Mike's office more than the team that you see on the screen.
Yeah, those guys, they were temporary hires.
Like Sarah and others,
yeah,
like they
yeah.
actually help Mike handle business for
yes,
you. I don't know about these guys.
Listen, he got a little busy. Some temp help, no big deal. They were in and out. He's got a solid crew of professionals working full time for him.
We can't wait. A week from tomorrow, Exodus Pro will be back in action, of course, right here in Northeast Ohio, downtown Cleveland, and NWA Power now on the Roku channel every Tuesday starting at 8 o'clock on the Roku channel. So more ways than one in which you can watch your favorite Exodus Pro talents. And the matches are starting to be announced for next weekend, so stay close for that. Stay tuned. But yes, Saturday, August 9th, and you may or may not see Mike from State Farm in action. I believe there's a big match in the pipeline on the show where there are major NWA Midwest Championship implications. So we'll follow up with that coming up next week as the big shows continue.
Can you read that? Can you read the top of what that says?
Get excited! SummerSlam is here.
There we go. Fix the problem. He's excited now. Yeah, what the fuck is your problem, dude? You've been so... Like, usually I'm the one that's like a negative Nancy about shit, and I gotta watch fucking Dynamite. Like, but like you're shitting on the Browns for being the worse than the 0-16 team, which they haven't even played a snap of preseason ball yet, and you're already fucking dead to rights in them. You're a true Browns fan, though. You peaked early. Normally, it's like halfway through the year, they're like, "Oh, this team fucking blows."
I treat it like how I used to treat my physics class.
Hey, you got to August yet, and he's like, "Fuck these guys." And then now, SummerSlam is essentially their summer WrestleMania, right? This is not the middle point in between, obviously, but this is a big stopgap point where some stories are supposed to come to a head and some things are supposed to take place that kind of frame the rest of the year, essentially through to the Royal Rumble almost. This is kind of where we kind of kick things into gear for the off season, so to speak, of professional wrestling. And there's some interesting matches that have some ways things can go. We mentioned obviously Seth and his uninvolvement or involvement in the World Heavyweight Championship match with Gunther and Punk. Obviously Cody and Cena, not a lot of build for that, but there's more of what's going to happen at the end of that match that everyone's curious about. Yeah,
let's see what celebrity's going to bail on them this time.
No, that's.
I'm kidding. I'm not that down.
So I'm hearing about bosses of the final kind as someone to show up on Sunday.
Sure.
So.
Okay.
To tie in some loose ends to some stories you were upset about before.
I know. Listen. I think. I have no doubt that the matches are going to be great, and I can't. The matches are going to be phenomenal, especially. Look at the card for WrestleMania Sunday. That's
they went one last match, but they have like the TLC match, which is going to be just
I think with the TLC match it evens it out. I think now it's 6-6.
I thought it was 7-6, but
yeah, it might be
whatever.
7-6, but whatever. You get the point.
It's a lot of fucking matches. Thank God it's 2 days.
I think for me though, I guess get excited. I actually posted on Facebook. I'm like, is it just am I in the wrong here? Am I just not in the mood, feeling it for SummerSlam?
So is this tying to your topic of what are we going to talk about next week? What's the main story or no?
No.
Because I want to tie them together.
I mean, it could be, but no. Before you get to that, this was more so of, I'll admit, part of it is that we don't have SummerSlam here this year. Last year was fantastic.
We're not going to get one every year.
I know. They can always come back next year. You do it for Chicago. I'm kidding. AEW shape, my bad. But part of it all the good stuff that happened last year on a personal level, even with the show and everything like that, but also that's just as fans. Everything was cool. We're not getting that here this year, but it is going to be 2 nights. And I think for me, we just had like that weekend of all those major wrestling shows like 2 weeks ago. And then 2 weeks before that, we had Money in the Bank. And then like 3 weeks before that, we had another pay-per-view. And then 3 weeks before that, it was another weekend of shows. And then 3 weeks before that was WrestleMania. Like, I don't want to come off as like complaining that there's too much wrestling, but it's almost in the same vein of.
But there's too much fucking wrestling.
It's all. Think of the NFL.
I'll say it. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean the NFL added an extra week of football, and you get by December of last year, it's like we already know all the playoff teams, and now we're just playing out the string almost. I'm not saying that. Maybe that was a bad analogy, but more major events for me, it's impacted the stories. And that's what I threw out on Facebook. I'm like, what do you feel? I think the matches this Saturday and Sunday are going to be really good. But in terms of the stories going into a good chunk of the matches, it's like, man, maybe Gunther and Punk needed another week to tell their story. Maybe Cody and Cena needed another week to tell their story. And maybe some of the other matches need another week just to breathe. And that's just, I guess that's just where I'm at. For me, come Saturday afternoon, I'll be excited and ready to watch the show. But as of right now, it's just like, all right, we got another show coming up.
Yeah, I think the perfect number in my head is 8 PLEs a year. Because you get your big 4 out of the way. WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, SummerSlam. And then you have 4 to play with. You can do international shows. You can do whatever.
Oh, I forgot to mention the Saturday night's main events, too.
But they have to deal with Peacock and NBC. They have to have 4 of those a year. And then they once a quarter or whatever it is. And they keep doing more of these shows because they keep having sellouts and making all this money. And, okay, we need to have a pay-per-view every 2 to 3 weeks. Like, it gets in the way of longer-term storytelling and people not getting as worn out because you're constantly pivoting or not being able to really start a full story or anything like that. Like Punk and Gunther should be a multi-month story because of the characters involved here.
It feels like that feud in particular, it feels like there is no story.
The only story they can tell is because they're leaning on the fact that Gunther's a champion and Punk wants to be a champion.
Yeah.
The overarching story is Gunther's always a champion. Punk has wanted a title since he came back, and now he's finally focused again on trying to get it.
But Punk just had a championship defense a month ago.
And he had to win the gauntlet to get it again. And how many opportunities?
I guess for me, that story in particular is surface level.
Yeah.
It's a surface level story, but you don't have time
to tell it properly. You can't dig deeper into why did Punk really come back? Talk about those first few nights, about the first few times he went out. Talk about the matches with Dom when he first came back and that holiday tour and how like
all those setbacks that Punk had.
Yeah, the
all
injuries.
those setbacks.
So, I guess Unreal kind of technically dives into it a little bit, but it's like.
But let's just assume that there are some fans who are not going to watch that show.
Yeah.
They just want to watch Monday and Friday, whatever days that they watch their wrestling.
Utilize your TV and space it out a little bit. I mean, they're kind of pigeonholed now, and all these PLEs they have, and these international dates they've promised to Saudi Arabia and Australia and France and England and all that stuff. But I mean, and I get going global, but like
it's almost turning into what UFC went through a decade ago.
But this is why the brand split would have made a lot more sense because you can take it down the middle. This PLE is for this brand. This PLE over here is for this brand. And I get, we're not getting all the stars, but like you get more separation from that. You're able to tell maybe better stories, and there's more gaps in between. So,
but
I don't know.
And this is,
and you're also competing against yourself, so
I
I understand that.
And it's kind of, it's interesting because I'm not saying WWE is not doing a good job of handling this.
Yeah.
Because Saturday night, what was the premise of Saturday night's main event a few weeks ago was what?
I don't remember.
Well, that's a good point. But Goldberg's retirement.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And how that went. Has it been 2 weeks yet? Can he talk shit about him, or how does that work?
Oh shoot, I think he can. Podcast drops in August.
The next Bill Simmons podcast.
Right.
We'll have Goldberg on it.
But yeah, you had that.
The referee's trying to fuck on me.
Charles Robinson can do whatever the hell he wants.
But one of the best Cody lines ever. Did you see the one? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Like, you see what that is? You see that? Huh? It's a fucking horse.
I did not. Oh,
Yeah,
man, I got to
yeah.
rewatch that.
Cody, unserious Cody. Like, I didn't like any of the being the elite stuff because it was all really fucking corny.
Yeah.
But he is hilarious when Cody's like, hey, just go be funny. Like, he actually, dude.
He's good stuff. Hey, let's show you the card for both nights. Again, we don't usually like preview shows or anything like that, but I think the matches are going to be fantastic. So this is a Saturday card for our audio listeners. I'm not going to read all the matches, but of course, Gunther and CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, the Jelly Roll match, and yes, Drew McIntyre is back here in the States.
Why did he go anywhere? I don't understand.
I think he had a wedding, and he forgot his passport.
Yeah, he just straight up forgot it.
I think he just flat out forgot it.
Oh, okay.
And he did a great video that Logan Paul was in.
Why am I cutting promos on cows? All that shit. Because he's in a pasture in fucking Scotland. I don't know what I'm doing here.
I have to admit, I love everything about the Logan Paul Jelly Roll feud.
They've done a good job.
And the crazy thing, it's the celebrities that's carrying that feud.
It's really hard to watch Unreal with Travis Scott like all over it when like he's not even doing shit with the company anymore because he wasn't serious. But then you see someone like Jelly Roll who's like, yeah, I'll lose 200 pounds to wrestle. Like, oh shit, okay.
And Jelly Roll, actually, he went to NXT this past week.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't even want to be shown on camera. Like, he's actually taking this serious. And his weight loss journey, too.
He cares, and like I said, you find some of those guys. And at this point, Logan Paul is a professional wrestler.
Yeah.
He's not. His podcast is now under the WWE umbrella now too. He's not a boxer anymore. Or whatever. He's a
sports entertainer.
He's a businessman, but he's a professional wrestler. Sorry, I mean that's what he is. He's committed to this. He's on every major card. He's wrestling with the best and holding his own. He's a professional wrestler. So,
is this Karrion Kross's last WWE match?
No.
He's facing Sami Zayn.
No, I think there's some thoughts out there that this could be the moment where Kross turns face finally, where he gets to. All this was a test, and Sammy, you are the one that passed it. You are truly good, and I want to connect myself with you on that. Like there's a way, or I could just be a big old fuck you, and he could win, and Sammy could have to admit that he was right about everything, and Sammy eventually just crosses over. No pun intended. But I don't think he's going anywhere. This has always been his goal. He's even said in all the stuff he's filmed or whatever that this is what he wants. He'll do whatever. The contract storyline is getting a little overplayed out with some people, Bailey included. But he's too over and doing too much now. This isn't a truth thing where he's at the end of his line. And now where's our truth, right? Like, Karrion Kross is still early to mid-30s.
Yeah.
He's still in that peak spot where you could use that and be that guy. We know Triple H loves him too. So,
yeah.
I mean, he's been a project of his for a long time.
There will be a microscope on the Tiffany Stratton Jade Cargill match.
They can go a lot of different ways with that.
Mm-hmm.
They could give a big old fuck you to a lot of people and put that title on Jade. And I actually was thinking about this on the car ride here.
Really?
Because I was like, Tiffany is 24 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And she has multiple world title runs ahead of her. And I've been comparing a lot of people to Batista lately, which feels wrong. But Jade Cargill is the female version of Batista. She's 37, 38 years old. 36. She's in her mid to late 30s, and it's getting closer to late 30s. I want to say 37.
Jade Cargill is 33.
33.
33.
Forget my take.
Born on June 3rd, 1992.
Oh shit. Wow. Okay. Well, this doesn't work as well then, but still.
Say it anyway. Then we'll revise it.
She started later. She started around the same time Batista did, as far as
she
age.
did start later in her.
My thought, even with that, she's still 9-10 years older than Tiffany.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a decade plus with Tiffany Stratton. She's gonna have multiple reigns, multiple chances to improve on this and get better. In my head with Jade, I don't see another 10 years with Jade Cargill. Now, she could be the anomaly because she looks fantastic and she keeps great track of her body. I thought she was older, but obviously I was wrong.
Honestly, I would still hold up that take. I don't know with the Hollywood.
Well, her big thing is she wants to bridge over. That's her and MJF. Are big on that.
I don't see Jay doing professional wrestling for 10 more years.
So you may only get her for another 5 years. So you need to make it count when you have her, and it makes a lot of sense right now. Tiffany's been champion for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is maybe a moment where you pull the trigger, and then obviously they have built-in stories with Bianca, and
and Bianca is on her way back.
And remember, at Crown Jewel, it's champion versus champion. If Naomi and Jade Cargill are champions, you can have that feud come to a head. Who really is the best? Whatever.
I just don't think with Tiffany there are any more stories with her on SmackDown as champion at the current moment. I was just looking at the women's roster over there. I think Jade as champion would be more intriguing as far as...
It's fresh.
Yeah.
But is she ready? I mean, that's the thing they have to ask internally. Is she truly ready to be a champion?
Well, from the clip that we saw on Unreal with Triple H and Jey Uso, I know it was a different scenario here, but you got to have trust that, hey, if we're going to put this on you, you can't crash out.
Well, it's sink or
you
swim
can't
now.
just crash.
Yeah. You don't want to have another 50-day title reign. Like, you want this to be to her to put her stamp on it, especially because she is younger than I thought she was, significantly.
Mm-hmm.
So you have more time than I thought, too, to be able to really solidify her as one of the top stars and not just an attraction, but the attraction.
Yeah. You know what? There's some intrigue with every match, even Alexa and Charlotte.
That's the best work Charlotte has done
ever.
Character work?
Character-wise, ever.
Yes. And leave it to Alexa Bliss. When she gets screen time, she makes it work. She's over as hell. She didn't have to do she's not leaning into the Wyatt stuff, which is, I'm sure some people are sad about that, but that's probably for a good reason because
the way the Wyatts
they're
are going
not
is for the best.
They're not putting them in a position, or Bo Dallas in a position to be main event level talent. But
that match, this tag team match, the women's tag,
I'm excited.
Very excited. There are, of these four, Raquel and Charlotte, in my eyes, are in the running for most improved wrestler of 2025.
Well, Raquel has finally been able to stay healthy.
She's been able to stay healthy, and she took in that advice from Kevin Nash. She has remarkably improved since taking that advice from Kevin Nash, where Kevin Nash said, you are tall, wrestle big. Like,
listen, even a blind squirrel finds a nut, and even someone the clock is right twice a day, or some other saying, or I don't know, right, Pete? Yeah, sure. You invented clocks, so there you go. Yeah, so I mean that's.
If you're gonna get a time joke, check with the man.
Yeah,
you do a time joke.
Check with the father of time.
The father of time. Well, that.
Wow. Thanks.
I've just been shitting on you for half this episode. So.
I'm waiting.
Half.
Waiting for you to boom. Do a table. Mania. SummerSlam Sunday. So many events. Mania just happened.
Yeah. The one thing that on this is because you were right, it's 6 and 6. I apologize, but it was the TLC match.
Yeah,
that's not on there yet. But
yeah.
It was a late edition.
Yeah, it was a late edition. Yeah. It's not on the graphic.
Is it weird that the match I'm looking forward to the most on this card is Dom and AJ? Like that was
not at all. Not at all.
They've done an amazing job with AJ, and he should be IC champ now.
There was a segment we were going to do last week. We didn't get to it, but AJ Styles, all the jobs.
Hardest working man in professional wrestling. One day, listen to this, all right? He was a janitor. He was a valet driver. Yes. He worked in medical for WWE. He was all over the place, and he was a professional wrestler.
Yes,
it was
he was.
And he worked in TNA. He went back. So, I mean, he's done so much. And AJ, you can tell, like, hey, he knows this next year or two is going to be it. He's kind of letting it all out and just having fun. And when AJ Styles is having fun at that level, I mean,
man,
it's awesome to see. And we talked about this too. Dom is one of those guys that are going to be at the top of this mountain relatively
Dom's
soon.
First test at the top of A card might happen at AAA, where he had a massive response, reaction last week.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, as I'm looking at this card, and again, Dom and AJ, Cena and Cody, Solo and Jacob, Becky and Lyra, Naomi, Io, Rhea, and then the TLC. I'm looking at both nights.
It's a solid show.
Is there a match that doesn't belong on here?
I think some people will argue Cross and Zayn. They were talking about putting Sheamus and Rusev on this card. I think that's better served for Paris at the end of August.
And,
International crowd will eat that shit up,
Oh,
especially
yeah.
Sheamus. Like, they're going to eat him up big time. And Sheamus, I said this on the Reacts, I think he may be one of the best workers right now in WWE, period, because he lays his shit in.
Oh, Sheamus is a phenomenal
He's
worker.
physical. Like,
Mhm.
you should feel it after when you're done. Like, man, I'm fucking sore. That dude, but we had a great match. Like, I mean, you should feel that
To me,
shit.
Sheamus and Rusev is about, can Rusev get over?
Yeah.
Sheamus is where he's going to be at. Sheamus, you could put him on top.
Heel Rusev, because we know face Rusev can. The Rusev Day stuff, and they didn't want to do it. They wanted to do this Redeemer shit that he was doing in AEW, and
Nope.
he wanted to roll with that character. And I get it. He looks like a freak. He's a monster. I understand, but like, there was an opening in Alpha Academy,
Yeah.
and he's got more personality and it's more star power than Otis. So he probably could have been able to push. Isn't that right, Double A? Go on, tell the people. Your fucking terrible ass take.
Fuck off. I will deliver one bad take from last year, a show, not two.
Well, who's counting? You know.
We're gonna take a commercial break. You had a tie-in. I forgot to. You had a tie-in to SummerSlam and what we're gonna talk about later in the show.
Yeah.
Which is what's gonna be our top story.
I've got a few.
When we do this show next week, what's gonna be our top story? But up next, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes.
Clearly. What is that? I'm going to show you that clip in the break.
He said he finally, after years of not saying anything about his exit from AEW, he said something about his exit from AEW. There's clearly something, and we will hear what he said after he said that there's clearly coming up on the other side as he joined the Ringer. We actually have two clips from Cody we're going to play on the other side of the break. Also, WWE Unreal, the Netflix show, we got some thoughts. Kyle watched all 5 episodes. I'm only 2 episodes in, but I do have some thoughts to share with that. But also, what will be our top story for SummerSlam weekend? We got all that coming up for you. But first, a word from our wonderful sponsors. What should fans who might be watching you here in Cleveland for the first time, hey, they look you up on the website, on the app, they call you, what should they expect?
Yeah, I mean, first off, between me and my team, you're going to get one of us. If you want to deal directly with the man, you're more than welcome to. I don't mind. I love working with customers because I look at it this way. I have a lot of good life experience financially. I said 12 years of banking. I've got now 2.5 years of insurance. I have a lot of money and just kind of life and financial stuff knowledge. So that's what I look to do, is to truly help people get from that point A to point B financially. It's not about just, saving money on auto insurance, sure, but if I can kind of turn that into a better discussion, really help people understand what actually insurance does, why it's important, because it's not a tangible. I joke when I leave that I lock the office door so no one steals all the insurance, but there's not just insurance laying around. So like there's just it's kind of a mystery kind of component in people's lives that they think is a scam and all the different things you hear. It's not. It can feel like it sometimes. I'm not even going to say that it doesn't, but if you understand how it works and understand and have a person who you can go to help with those kind of situations, that's what we're here to do. That's what my team's here to do. That's what I'm here to do, and that's what I take a lot of pride and have a lot of passion in, obviously, as you can probably tell. So,
well, I know you said the joke, hey, we lock the door so no one steals the insurance, but it's exactly right.
Small business owners are superheroes, but nowadays running your business means doing so inside your shop and on social media. That's why you should make Omega Video Marketing your sidekick.
With a decade of content creation experience, I create dynamic, informative, and fun videos for your specific social needs that will increase brand awareness, get you more followers, and keep your social pages and websites current and fresh.
I offer flexible pricing and turn times and will work with you to understand your brand and your story. All of that comes from the heart. My award-winning expertise is just the cherry on top. So let's get connected. After all, your brand is the alpha and my expertise is the omega.
Hey, Pete, on air, can you do the countdown one more time? I just want to prove that the countdown actually happened for Kyle.
5, 4,
Oh my God.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, I felt it in my loins. So I asked, Pete said 10 seconds before, because normally he gives us a heads up. Normally he does, when he's awake. But he,
little rust. We didn't do a full show last week.
That's true.
Rust.
We've a couple weeks out of practice.
Yeah.
Then expect a doctor to not do heart surgery for 3 weeks and come back and do a perfect job. You know, you may make a few mistakes here or there.
You lose a few every now and then.
Yeah. Not everyone's going to make it, all right? Let's just be honest. But he said 10
Who
seconds.
said that? Sorry, wrong. Sorry. Wrong
But he
reference.
said 10 seconds. I was like, oh, shit, we get a countdown. Then I got the bird for another 5, which was fantastic. I didn't know birds could fly inside, but, man, it was flapping around like no one's business.
Omega Video Marketing. We want to thank Megan.
I feel bad for Megan. Every time we come back, there's something that fucking happens on this show that cuts into her time, and I feel terrible about it.
If you haven't seen it already, Megan put together 2 great videos. First for this show, and also for our upcoming high school football coverage, which will, oh my goodness, start in a few weeks.
Yeah, I have to be professional again.
Yeah,
Ugh, I can't swear. Can't say anything bad.
Well, yeah, let's make sure you wear sleeves to your to
Oh,
your
eat a
work
dick,
functions.
Mike. Yeah. Like, fucking podcast, dude. Obviously, I wear polos and I dress nicer for when I have professional events. But I don't know if you've watched any of the podcast, Michael. But we are very, very far from professional over here, okay? What animal is that, huh?
No,
Fucking
man.
horse.
No.
Huh?
He comes on our work.
Huh?
He comes on our work meeting today. He's like, "Sorry, I don't look as professional as I do on that picture."
Oh, yeah, they showed a picture of me. The picture, I shit you not, is my picture from iHeart that I have on my fucking. That's the one I just have that I
Yeah.
sent them to use. And on our Zoom meeting at work, I'm wearing a fucking tank top and a Jordan hat. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, I look very unprofessional right now. Thanks for the shout out, though. Appreciate it. Yeah, I was a news director, believe it or not. Like, look,
Nah, that's fine.
fucking wild.
Megan does an unbelievable job. You're a small business
God damn it.
owner. I would say we would have her tape this live read, but we play her commercial before the live read.
We do.
MeganRG440 at gmail.com. MeganRG440 at gmail.com. She is a 4-time Emmy Award winner. We could prove that because you watch our interview. The Emmy was right here. And
You
almost,
never smiled bigger than when you were holding that.
that Emmy almost went home with me.
Yeah, well.
And she said, get out.
And then she smacked your hand away.
Yeah, she did.
Like a kid reaching for an extra cookie from the cookie jar. She said, no, no.
MeganRG440 at gmail.com.
Well, she said no to you, but she'll say yes to you and your business, which is super important because she wants to help you with those next steps and kind of getting more into the events side of things now as well, which is we've seen some of her work over on the Instagram and everything too. That's right, I have an Instagram again, so that's crazy. Hell has frozen over. The 2 big things, Punk coming back to WWE and Kyle making social media again have happened, so place your bets, lottery tickets, whatever
Boy,
you want.
Place your bets on anything that's happened this summer. Omega Video Marketing.
It's been quite a year this last month, huh?
Ain't that right? Ain't we keeping track of time?
What is that? What animal is that, huh? Huh? It's a fucking horse.
F all this. I want to heal Cody Rhodes right now.
It's so good.
I want him right now.
Please play these clips because they are fantastic.
Well, we'll play the first one for you right now. The second one happens later. But Cody Rhodes was on the ringer. He joined Bill Simmons. And for the first time since leaving publicly, he commented on his exit from AEW. So take a look.
There's clearly bad blood, but there's also clearly respect and love. And in the end, the way I kind of see it is if I felt disrespected ever at WWE, that's one thing. That's a company that was built. Look at this glass. You know, that's the Yankees. That's the flagship of it all. If I ever felt there, you know, I was a number on a sheet maybe, but feeling disrespected at something I built. Yeah. With my friends and with us that we built, feeling disrespected there, I wouldn't stand for it. And I think Brandy and I both, I'm so blessed to have her. It was one of those where it was, it. I did way more here than you think. And you're going to find out the moment I'm out the door.
Boy,
I don't believe in like the cold-hearted, backstabby type of revenge. The greatest revenge on earth is success. And I felt like we were sitting on something wonderful, something great. A huge, potentially with what I was doing with the American Nightmare, as a bad guy, as a good guy, as something in between. We're sitting on something magic. And if I'm not going to do it in the house that I literally, with Matt, Nick, and Kenny, built, then, buddy, I'm going elsewhere.
I thought those were beyond interesting comments, again, courtesy of The Ringer and Bill Simmons. I think that their full show dropped today. But first time commenting on his exit from AEW. And
then he promptly suffered when he did Sean Evans' Hot Ones afterwards.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that was fun to watch.
That was, I got to watch the whole thing. I watched clips. Really good stuff. Love
the SummerSlam media tour.
Yeah. Braun Breaker broke a cardinal rule, according to Cody Rhodes, in some fashion. But no, to this clip that we just played, obviously he bet it on himself, obviously. I just kept thinking back because I'm not going to lie. I watched Cody's last match. I was in the arena in Cleveland, right here, when Cody faced, who did he face? Sammy
Guevara?
Yeah. It was in a ladder match. It was a great match. And I booed Cody because AEW Cody at that point, I thought Cody as a writer made some mistakes with his own character. And I think he booked himself into a corner, into the Codyverse.
Yeah, the Codyverse. That
he really couldn't work his way out of. But I thought he was unfairly blamed for some of those things. And I think back to the impact of Cody leaving AEW and how much their company, from a functioning business standpoint, from a television show standpoint, has fallen even back then since Cody left.
Does the stuff with Punk even happen if Cody's there?
Do you mean does Punk even come to the company?
No, I mean, does Punk leave AEW? Does it get as bad as it did?
Absolutely not.
Because Cody was the boss. And that's why they did fairly well for the first few years, because he was really running the show. Tony was bankrolling it. Cody was being the fucking boss. And then he's like, one, he probably wasn't getting paid nearly enough either for it. And two, the guys are being fucking assholes. So,
kids being kids, right?
I love you guys.
Can't say that as adults.
Love you guys are my friends, but I can't put up with this anymore. I'm gonna go somewhere where I can. He almost had to bet on himself again because he could have went to WWE and it could have not been a big deal. He could have fell right back into the mid card, or he could have fell off, and he ran with it. The injury obviously helped. He missed time and it helped. The torn
that
pec.
Never happened. That rarely happens.
But he wrestled through it, and he earned a lot of people. Like, there are still some people on the fence about Cody and that feud with Seth and the ending in the Hell in a Cell with that torn pec. That was when he made it. He became a star. Like, hey, I mean.
I keep thinking, too, like, man, if Cody. Because then you go back to, well, what would Cody look like in AEW right now?
Tired. He probably would have aged another 10 years.
Yeah.
But Punk probably would still be there. And he would have been the perfect mitigator for that situation. He would have got them all in a room and said, get the fuck over it. We need to make money. Because Cody grew up in the business. His dad taught him. His dad was a booker. His dad taught him. He was around it. He knew. He watched. He listened. He learned. They would probably have better numbers, too, when it comes to ratings. They would be doing half the shit they've been doing.
Yeah, I would say you would get more of Cody the executive right now, as opposed to Cody Rhodes, the professional wrestler.
Yeah.
But which high would you take, right? I guess this is an interesting question. Which high would you take? Would you take executive Cody Rhodes, where AEW creatively and as a television show is a better standing, and Cody behind the scenes is more of a boss? He's doing more business. He's doing more stuff.
Yeah.
Or would you take Cody, the professional wrestler, and now 3-time WrestleMania main eventer? Like, if you're in Cody's shoes, which path now would you prefer?
Well, the second one's easier, believe it or not. The stresses of all this stuff and dealing with all these people, and you can still have input at WWE, and they can still respect you enough to include you and stuff, and to be able to be the leader of the show. And again, I think it's all, perspective. He wasn't in his mid to late 40s, and at the end of his career. This guy is still, he was, mid-30s, looking at it like, I have a lot to give still.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I'm kind of in this corner, and these guys that are my friends aren't helping, and they're making things worse. Like,
And then
what am I supposed
they're
to
not
do?
getting it.
No, they're not. Like, they want to do this other shit that isn't going to work.
And then the boss, the real boss, is letting it all happen.
He doesn't care.
So you have no support.
He's not supporting anyone. He's saying, just do it. Do whatever you want. Like, sure, cool. Do it. Do it.
I
do
go
it.
back to what CM Punk has in a much, much more harsher interview about AEW than Cody ever did.
Because he's not friends with him.
But I go back to what CM Punk said, and we talked about it. I think we were a month in doing this show, and we talked about it. It's like, when you are put into an executive position in a bad functional environment, boy, you'll take the good functioning environment any day of the week. And then you don't mind just being a regular old employee. I mean, you know what you have to do. Well, hey, Cody, we need you to produce an episode of Raw. If half our staff is out, we need you to produce an episode of Raw, which happened. I think him and Seth did.
Put it on the resume, baby.
But sometimes it feels good after you have executive experience to just go to a great place to work and just be an employee.
And probably make more money.
And make more money.
Yeah.
And be able to go home and you're good.
Less responsibility, work 2 days a week. You could do some media stuff. But other than that, like, yeah, you can have your school. You can have a life. You can see your daughter. Like, you're not worried about all this crazy shit. Like, I mean, he made the right choice. I think it's very clear.
Very, very clear.
So
very clear.
And we're all happy for it. This is where he needed to be. He had to go away and he had to come back. Drew McIntyre had to go away. He had to come back. For a select few, sometimes you have to do that. I'd argue if Mercedes ever came back, I think she'd be bigger than she ever was because of what she's done outside of WWE.
Oh, yeah. And we talked about it a few weeks ago.
And people miss her in WWE. They don't miss her in a lot of places, but they miss her in WWE because she was the last piece to that, Four Horsewomen group. And that group deserves to go into the Hall of Fame someday. Maybe not together, but they all individually need to go in. It's kind of like the Chris Jericho thing. He should go back to WWE one more time. He should retire in WWE. I don't care about I hope start AEW. Well, so did that guy, and he's fucking there. Like,
he is Mr. AEW.
Cody. You made your career and your name off of working in WWE multiple times and leaving multiple times and coming back multiple times. Chris Jericho is a WWE Hall of Famer. So he needs to finish his career in WWE.
Having these comments said, too, is very telling. Again, with the guys that are still there, Kenny and, the Young Bucks. And, again, I'm sure perhaps off air, I'm sure they're great guys. Right? Again, we don't know them personally. For all we know, Cody could be an a-hole. We don't know.
I doubt it.
But we doubt it.
Yeah.
We don't know anybody.
He's a natural heel, though.
But
and usually the natural heels are usually the best people. So, I mean, it's look at Solo.
That's a good point. I gotta think about that for a week. Are your best heels in pro wrestling the nicest guys outside of their character?
John Cena, not a great heel because he's kind of an asshole outside of WWE.
Yes! And
it's not like he'll admit it. Like, I'm very segmented. I don't like being bothered in certain things. If I devote time to something, I give all my energy to it. But if I'm at a bar eating with my friends, don't come up to me.
Did you know that John Cena made Nikki Bella sign a 75-page document
I watched Total
in order to live with him?
That was mine and my wife's show. We watched because she didn't really like wrestling, but she liked Total Divas.
Was the Total again, heel Cena, Total Divas.
Just John Cena. That wasn't heel Cena. That's real life John Cena. Like, it's very... He had nothing growing up, so he was very much like, I'm protecting all of my assets. I'm making sure we're good. I'm making sure things are taken care of. He likes being in control. That's what.
Let me lay out a scenario to Pete because I'm sure he's never watched Total Divas.
No, I have not.
You don't say.
let me lay it out. So, was Cena? I don't know. Yeah, Cena and Nikki.
Total Bellas, Total Divas.
They weren't married, but they were
engaged.
Engaged.
Yeah.
So talking to a girl, move in. And the girl says...
You talking to the married guy about it.
Nikki Bella says, I'm going to surprise you with a dinner. Cena believes, the dinner, we're going to go out somewhere. No. Actually, Nikki cooks.
Okay.
Cena doesn't really compliment the food or anything. Oh, you're just cooking. don't make a mess here on my island. On the
Now,
counter.
the thing he's not mentioning is the house is like a multi-million-dollar house. and
Yeah,
he likes- He is a control freak. He likes keeping things clean and organized, and that's his. Some people have that. I'm one of those ways where I have to clean shit. Like I can't just leave it be dirty anymore. I've had too many experiences where stuff has not been cleaned properly.
No,
where-
I understand that part, but
So-
I mean, like,
and
if-
at that
if-
level, when you have that kind of money and stuff too, like
Uh-huh.
his idea of a good dinner is going and spending $500 for a steak or something because
that's a good point.
that's his mindset now. I
Yeah.
have the money.
Yeah, and if you grew up with not having a lot,
Yeah.
I mean,
You cherish those moments, even if you have a bunch.
First impression is that's a dick thing to do. In some respects, I think because he didn't have much, the fact that to me, someone doing that, right?
Yeah.
Going through all that that work, and effort,
Yeah.
is important to me. But I guess if you grew up, you didn't have much, and all like your mom cooked you every meal,
Uh-huh.
and now it's like, no, we can afford to go out. Like we had this, we can do this.
And I think Cena was.
And
I
that's-
think Cena's an only child. I
No,
think.
he's not.
Oh,
He
he's
has-
not.
He has like
Okay.
5 brothers.
He has 5
Oh,
brothers.
jeez.
Yeah.
I thought he was just used to being alone.
No.
God,
he's-
did any
he's-
of them get to eat anything, or did
That's the point. Like that's, and I
did
think
he just
I'm
beat the
pretty
crap out
sure
of his siblings?
I'm pretty sure he's the youngest too.
Okay.
So like
Oh,
he,
so-
so he's very much like had to battle a lot for everything in his life. So like he doesn't take stuff lightly. If he has
Yeah,
it,
I mean,
that's why you can't blame the guy for wanting to protect himself too. Because hey, this is a very public, unfortunately, a very public relationship.
Yeah.
So when he says you can't see me, it was his older brother saying you can't see this spaghetti.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I can kind of see both sides of how to react to that.
well,
But-
on the woman's side, they're like, I'm putting all this effort in for you. But on his side, again, he's like, hey, I have the means. We both have the means to go do this where we can just enjoy each other's company and not worry about cooking for 45 minutes to an hour.
also-
On the other hand,
Go ahead.
though, if
Go ahead, Pete.
he's got the money, he can fucking pay someone to clean up the mess if she makes a mess.
He doesn't want to do that though. That's an expense he doesn't need to use because again, he's in control, right?
I guess. Yeah. I mean,
But
So-
as
And he probably already does pay someone to clean the
we
house.
don't have
but
a
I mean,
female
yeah.
on this show that's going to sound bad, but you don't want to feel like you're a guest in a home that you live in, right?
Yeah, that's
yeah.
part of it.
I guess maybe if she cooked the meal at her place,
Well,
or were they living together at the time?
I think at the time they
how about
lived
this? How
together.
about
Okay,
the
well-
two rational adults? And it's part of the reason why they didn't work. Two rational adults are able to sit down and actually go through all this. And if it's not going to work because of it, they don't continue the relationship.
Yeah.
If I don't love you enough to trust you, or vice versa, I don't love you enough to understand this is something you need to have done.
Yeah.
Then we don't do it.
If you're
But it's
if
a
you're
very
living
public thing,
together and
it's-
she's
yeah.
cooking you a meal, and then you're like, "Don't fuck up my kitchen."
Yeah.
I'm
talking
You're
about-
living together.
I'm
you
really
know?
talking about the cooking meal thing. I don't fucking care about. It's
Yeah.
the 75-page,
Well-
love document that she had to sign.
Kyle, that comment you just made is the reason why
My wife's only was like 100. So.
Yeah, I never read the fine print on mine.
that comment that you just made is the reason why marriages are going to go down, 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 down over the next
Burning
several
a ring of
years.
fire.
And burning a ring of
Found
fire.
but not forgotten. Thank you, Johnny Cash. Hey, another clip. He's dead, right? I didn't just say that out of turn. Johnny Cash has passed. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I-
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
He fell into a ring of fire.
Yeah.
Got way down. The flames got higher.
No, man. I
So
was just
his cover of Hurt Man.
yeah. No, I'm sorry. I blanked for a second. I was thinking about Mario.
What the fuck were you at?
no. I mean,
Mario?
yeah. I'll tell you why in a second.
Like Mario and Luigi?
yes.
Mario Lopez.
No, not Mario Lopez.
No, he wasn't thinking about another celebrity, not a real one.
No.
He was thinking about a video game
No,
character whenever it was Johnny
no,
Cash.
because this I meant to put the graphic in, but
No,
it
it's cool. You're
kinda
just an actual psycho.
it pissed me
Hey,
off.
Mario.
Do Cash.
Mario dies all the time. He's
No. So
the one up.
I'll share with.
Oh yeah, this is weird.
Yeah,
I don't-
this. So
Let me read it. Hold on.
go ahead, read the top.
So Nintendo says Mario and Princess Peach are just good friends and help each other out whenever they can. Mario after getting friend zoned despite countless heroic missions. What? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Are you telling me
Friends.
that? Are you telling me that Mario spent 40 fucking years? 40 fucking years.
I cleaned your pipes for 40 years.
Cleaned the pipes for 40 years. To be friend zoned?
No payment, for free. No sex, nothing.
Did she clean any pipes?
Apparently not.
Probably
I guess
Bowser's.
not. Oh,
Probably, yeah. Someone's got to birth all those kids.
oy.
They were just popping out. I don't think Bowser lays eggs, does he?
This man. Mario Party my ass. This man.
It's a Mario sex party with Bowser and Peach, yeah? Where's Daisy?
Somebody said in the comments that's where Wario comes in. He finally claps.
Meh. Waluigi pops in. Meh. Troll that mustache, son. Meanwhile, Luigi's fucking banging Daisy in the back like, who cares?
Type shit.
Someone got a princess, someone didn't. Am I right? How do you spell that? That's A-M-R-I-T-E. See, that's long-term fucking storytelling right there. That was a joke at the beginning of the podcast. Circle back around to the end.
Ask me anything.
Like a semicircle. Peach would know about that, right? Am I right?
Am I right?
That's spelled A-M. I right. All right.
It's more real than you think.
That's what she didn't say.
That's what Mario didn't
Anyway,
realize.
Cody Rhodes. Let's get to this fucking clip.
Oh, yeah,
Jesus
let's play this
Christ.
clip. So, Cody was on First Take, and I just saw this line. You'll hear this line in a second.
Just
Do
it.
Courtesy of ESPN. Play the clip.
But the task is what it is, and I'd like to get the title back from John Cena.
Are we ever going to see a heel turn from you like we saw from Cena? Because that was surprising.
Very surprising. You know, I always like to say in what we do, never say never. And
Yeah.
and the more you're in this, it's probably really likely. But I think my version of a heel is just way too, I don't know. I wouldn't have music. The song would go away. The entrance would go away. I'd try to get myself canceled. I don't know if it would even
Get yourself
translate.
canceled. You're hilarious.
Yeah, never say never, but I don't see it happening anytime soon.
good. Fucking do it.
So, the question is, what's our top story next week?
Dude. It's time. I think I wanted to tie it into what you said before. We don't got much to talk about, right? I should be excited. We could very much have two very heel champions at the end of this weekend. If one of my hopeful things is Seth coming back and cashing in on Punk, ultimate heel heat. Punk finally climbs the mountain. He got his WrestleMania moment taken away by Seth. He gets his title taken away by Seth. That's crazy.
After a few minutes of
Not
Punk
even.
fans.
He's down on the ground. He doesn't even get to hold the championship
Oh,
because the
wow.
music hits. Yes.
Yeah, that would piss me off. But in a good way. In a good way.
But that's
in a professional wrestling way. Not like me being angry on a podcast way, but
to quote, a very famous person who used to run the promotion that is still under some legal troubles. That's good shit, brother. But no, that's my hopeful.
the guy that caused a car accident the other day.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason why no one wants to drive with him. But nevertheless, my for sure probably going to happen thing is Cody turning heel on John, and this is John's redemption arc. And the reason why I say he's on that path now is in the very small build they had to this match. Was it 2 weeks ago now on Raw or SmackDown? When John came out, he didn't say, "You don't get a match, I can't do it." He apologized to the fans first,
Yeah, he did.
and then he apologized to Cody.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I know this is new for you, and he's telling the truth. He's working a lot.
He said we could do this match at
In Paris,
In Paris.
at the end of the month, we could do wherever, man. It's not even my decision. It's theirs. I can't do it. He did not. There is some chicken shit in there, but John's already beaten Cody. He's beaten Randy. He's beaten Punk. He should be on cloud 9 right now as a heel. This is not a heel promo from John Cena.
No.
This is a coming back around. I'm starting to feel some type of way at John Cena, and it culminates on Sunday when The Rock does return and Cody sells his soul. Because he has said, I will do anything to get this championship back because my career depends on it. So that's going to be your top story next week. Heel Cody Rhodes, and I hope he gets fucking canceled. Trust me, brother, it's not as bad as you think. Well, it is, but don't worry. After like 4 or 5 years, you'll find a guy to do a podcast with, and things will start getting better. So I'm going to do the Triple H point with you now.
Yes.
What is that?
I just want to.
What animal is that?
I just want to do
It's a
the
fucking
point.
horse.
Fucking call me a horse.
You're a stallion.
I'm damn right. Damn right. I think that was our mascot at Maple. No, we were Mustangs, but it might as well have been Stallions. Wait, what? Anywho, I think you could pull that off without The Rock.
You could.
Now, I'm not.
But I like tying stories together.
Now, if I'm setting expectations a little lower from the standpoint of I don't want to be disappointed if The Rock doesn't show up. So if I just say that The Rock is not going to show up.
Wasn't surprised if he does.
If I just say The Rock is not going to show up, then I'll be fine. How desperate is Cody willing to go to become QB1 again?
It's already a street fight.
That's really the premise of this entire match and this entire story. Cody let the ball go. The story of this entire year, Cody has never been able to pull the trigger. He's always had to do the right thing. So how far is he willing to go? Does he put Cena in whatever terms? Does he put him to sleep, basically?
But here's the thing. So there is no one else. Travis Scott's not coming back. John has burned his bridge with Logan Paul.
Mm-hmm.
There is no one else to help John, and he can't use the title to win it this time because it's in the match. It's no DQ. So there is no title spot where he can use it and win it. There needs to be an outside factor that plays into this, unfortunately.
I don't think there has to be an outside.
There doesn't
factor.
have to be, but there should be. Because the proper story is Cody has Kim full circle, and he thought, you know what? Fuck these fans, man. Like legacy.
I understand. I think we're going for the same thing. I just think we have a different way to arrive.
I just don't know how Cody turns heel, winning this match without siding with The Rock or someone of that stature on that side of the aisle already.
Well,
because he could be very violent, and it could not be a. I've seen the theory like, oh, he could just be beating John, and John could be begging him to stop or whatever it is, but that's heel of John to beg someone to stop.
I think tonight's SmackDown, because they're going to have, obviously, the final face-off, and I don't know how they pull it off, but is there a way for Cena... let me backtrack. Is there a way for Cody to kind of show his hand that he is overly desperate to win this championship? And I think that's what...
He can't cheat, though. So
No. He doesn't... It's not going to come down to cheating. It's going to come down to beating the living shit out of Cena where it becomes uncomfortable to watch. We got to come out of here. Now, if it's the way I intend it to go, we got to come out of Sunday night not feeling comfortable with what Cody had to do.
So for you, it's more of a long game then, because Cody would have to follow that up with I did what I had to do, and
100%.
all you people were people were speechless. And
But I think if it goes the way I envision it going, that he comes out next Friday like he did everything right. He comes out and acts as a babyface.
But here's the thing.
But then he's booed by the fans.
Is he going to get booed though?
Oh, I think so. Yeah. I think fans this year have had a hard time booing Cena, even as heel Cena.
But yeah, you're assuming Cena's going to be there next week. I don't know if he's going to be.
No, Cena's not going to be.
So they're not going to boo Rhodes because they want to cheer Cena.
No.
Cheer, they'll still do the whoa. They'll still do all that stuff.
No. What I'm saying is, that's a couple different things. What I'm saying is, though, if Cody plays it out where he just makes it uncomfortable, Cody next Friday comes out, he's going to act like he did everything right. He's going to cut a babyface promo. I'm the new QB1. I'm this, I'm that. And the fans will see right through that. And then at some point during the promo, he's going to question why are the fans booing him. He's going to be in denial of this turn. The turn's going to happen, but he's going to be in denial of the turn at first.
The problem with him in this turn, and I'm not saying it wouldn't work, but I have a hard time believing, even if it gets uncomfortable on Sunday, that the fans are tired of Cody Rhodes being a good guy.
No.
I think they need a push, and it needs to be more than just Cody beating the shit out of someone who's technically a heel.
They're not tired of Cody, but they respect Cena so much that if something like that were to happen, that those fans and this is New York, some of those fans in New York have been loyal to Cena. Like, they're not day-to-day WWE viewers.
Which is ironic because Cena's from Boston, but that's beside the point.
Exactly.
Nobody's perfect.
But And that's the thing. Cena is respected even though he's playing a heel character.
Yeah.
Cody, and we watched some videos during the commercial break.
He'd be hilarious.
Cody can go there.
Yeah.
I know some fans who have only watched WWE doesn't know that yet.
Mm-hmm.
Cody can go there.
I think that specifically too because of the story that's been told, I want a bow on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I am not in. If what you say happens,
And I could put a show that he gets booed immediately.
I will be. Yeah, I will be.
Then
ecstatic.
it's no question.
There's no question.
He's showing up. He can cut the same promo you're talking about, but he's booed the entire time. And that's where it's like it's not a question of I hear a few boos or half the crowd's booing or cheering or whatever. No, it's like a chorus. Like you did something you said you were never gonna fucking do.
Mm-hmm.
You told The Rock in February to go fuck himself.
Yeah, he did.
And now you're sucking his cock. Like that's an ultimate bitch slap to the fans. That's prime heel Cody from the beginning. That was a really good snap
That was.
with the left hand.
If they go that route, like I said, I think WrestleMania is set. It won't be that Seth and Cody if they go that route.
Cody Roman,
It'll be Roman.
because Roman's now apparently a face.
He finally
He's-
cut a babyface
he's-
promo.
He's got to maneuver his way back over to SmackDown.
finally-
But yeah, I mean,
Hey, it'll happen. He
I still want Roman and Punk in a high level match at one of those big four pay per views.
I
but
know.
Maybe it's Rumble. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think the top story in some capacity is
It's going to be
what
Cody. It's going to be
gonna
Cody.
be Cody Rhodes.
What does he look like going into SmackDown next week? Is he with The Rock? Did he turn by himself? Did he go too far or whatever
Mhm.
it is? He will be the story with the subplot if Seth does pull the 180 on everybody and surprise and cash in. And also there's going to be a real conversation about how legitimate is WWE when it comes to injuries.
Yeah.
People are going to question that. Maybe even Rich Eisen will. Because he'll say Seth sat in this chair and lied to everybody
Yeah.
when he wasn't supposed to be working for the company. Like there's going to be some legitimate concerns from the outside of this really is bullshit. So you got to be careful when you cross that line if Seth does. I'm kind of thinking more now that especially it's going to depend where that match is on the card when it's finally announced, when it's final. This is the main event, this is not. When I hear them say the Gunther and Punk is not the main event,
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
he's hurt. He's hurt.
For only the purposes of this show, the other big headline will be whether or not Kyle has any love whatsoever for AEW when we do this show next week.
It's going to be a very quick fucking story.
We're out of time. We're not going to be able to get to Unreal.
We talked about it a little bit during the show.
but-
It's fine.
Again, I'll just say this about Unreal. Everything's is professional wrestling. If you like being worked, you will love this show. If you love Hard Knocks, you will love this show. If you're expecting to find out how every single booking decision took place, show's probably not for you. But
Hey, peel back the curtain a little bit. Like they found a nice balance where it's not too much, but you're still getting to see a little bit of the sausage, not the full sausage. It's only the first date, but hey, we'll give you a peek, like a Snapchat thing where it's like timer for 8 seconds.
It's
that
good
kind of
stuff.
shit.
It's good stuff. It's very.
Then it disappears. You have to watch it again.
Yeah.
To replay it. They see that shit. They
You
know.
see what happened when you supersized me? They gave you the whole thing, and the dude died. So you don't want to do. Okay, he died years later, but
Morgan Spurlock's dead. I don't think he was dead.
somebody from Supersize Me died like 20 years later.
I mean, if he did, he would have been older, like significantly older.
We'll edit this.
We have our. No, we're not gonna keep it in. I wasn't sure if
our-
Johnny Cash died. I'm pretty sure he died like over 10 years ago. So
Our senior producer's looking it up right now.
He did die.
he's very senior.
He died last year, though.
So it was like recent.
Yeah. They also found out that that whole documentary was a bunch of bullshit too.
He didn't actually eat McDonald's every day.
No, he did, but he did a bunch of other shit and had other health problems. that-
drugs.
I'm sure he probably did.
Listen,
some of
if
those
I had
too.
eaten McDonald's 3 times a day, I'd probably do some fucking. How do I cut this with some cocaine or something to make this fucking manageable? After like 2 days, I'd be fucking dying. So.
And they actually legitimately had Supersize
Yeah.
sizes back then.
He had to do everything.
Oh man.
You can only run through the menu so many times.
You remember seeing the old Wendy's, like the
biggies?
all the biggies.
The biggies.
Ugh, that's making me sick.
We're not
now.
talking about the New Day or the
No.
famous rapper.
No.
We're talking about what you can get in a rapper, and it was
Our show's done.
Yes, it is. It is.
Follow us on
I'm sorry, I'm ordering
socials.
Chipotle because I'm hungry.
Follow us on socials. Voice of the Land, they're on every Thursday Night Live, 6 o'clock. They had of course, big story with the Guardians and all the stuff going on there.
Yeah, bye, Justin Bieber.
Bye. But Stephen Kwan, enjoy them.
You can still hit the Quan at the corner of Carnegie and Ontario.
And I'll have reactions to. I'm gonna finish up Unreal at some point, and then I'll have.
I just had it, like I said, in the background when I was working.
Yeah.
Kind of just, you hear it, you watch it, you live it, you love it, you like it.
I don't think I'm fully taking advantage of the work from home perspective of the job. I
Dude.
never watched television.
So it depends on how my day is going too. Like if
Yeah.
I'm in a groove, I'm feeling good. Like
Yeah.
today,
Yeah.
I had 20 plus report. I'm like, okay, I can take an hour lunch, or I can watch some TV or whatever
Yeah.
it is because I'm feeling good. But
Even music sometimes I don't have it on really.
you know, for the first half of today, I didn't watch it until you said something, and then I turned it on and I watched.
Because I
an
didn't know
episode.
if you were going to watch it at all, and I'm
I
like,
really wasn't. I wasn't.
Because like you were going to wait till the end of the shift. I'm like, okay, you might get an episode in. If
Yeah,
you
because
wait,
they're
if you do
50
that.
seconds, and I have the ads because I don't pay for the
Mhm.
unadded Netflix.
I
Because
mean,
the extra
neither.
$5 a month really matters. But whatever.
We're out of time. Well, no, you're not wrong. Especially
Heads up.
Especially Peacock, because they got to pay for their NBA contract, boost up their subscriptions per month by $3.
Yeah, it's like $17 or $18.
Don't think
now.
I didn't notice.
It's all good. Hey, it's still cheaper than paying for fucking AEW's pay-per-views once every month. So, fine by me.
Have a
It's
good,
stupid.
have a good weekend, everybody.
There's your Mario reference.
Friend Zone for 40 effing years.
Damn right.